We are number 3 in the world in terms of the number of unicorns. We are number 2 in the world in terms of the number of existing startups. We've crossed 20,000 and we beat UK late last year. And we are number 1 in the world for the number of new startups adding every day. The engine of growth of India has moved away from the metros. The engine of growth of New India is from those small towns and cities. That is what the New India is all about. And what that makes is that growth of the New India is far more broad-based. Not in just terms of number of people it is reaching, but in terms of number of people who are contributing to it. And the number of sectors in which it was doing is far more broad-based than it has ever been in its 5,000 years of history. By 2023, we will have a human capital of 1.5 billion. You will be the largest human capital on the planet. Let me tell you something more interesting about that. 1 billion of that 1.5 will be under the age of 35. Your average age will be 29. You will be the youngest human capital on the planet all the way up to 2070. And you know what is interesting which is happening in that? 10% of the world's population lives in our villages. About 750 odd million people. Every minute, 30 people are moving from a village to a city in India. In the next 5 years and 6 years, you would have created another United States of America.
You know, even we brick and mortars were all startups. Now, why did the brick and mortar economy succeed? Say, long before a lot of you were born. The Birlas, the Tatas, the Singhanias, the Goenkas in South India, Navadia, so on and so forth. Because they identified a need. They identified a need of a human being. And they developed technology to meet that need. So they were successful. And that principle is the same in, I think, today's startups. Is the power of that idea as to what is the need. Say, I was reading an article somewhere. Steve Jobs used to always look at technologies which he wanted to develop and which he did develop in Apple, or which human beings were not aware of कि ये उनकी need भी है जो कि technology satisfy कर रही है. So see, that was a level of thinking, and that's what we Indians also, I know the young India thinks, and that figure is very correct. 76% of the ideas coming from the tier 2 and the tier 3 cities. Because I'm telling you, a lot of you must have been to towns and villages. The rustic common sense, the rustic ideas are, hugely they are usually appealing. And the best part of it is a lot of it is coming from the females. I mean, they're so excited about ideas, they're brimming with ideas.